So great news, the new metro station at Tocumen International Airport, Panama, that's airport code PTY, has now opened. It was opened by the president, Laurentino Cortizo, on the 15th of March 2023. And this makes Panama the only country in Central America to be connected from its city to its international airport by such a system. And it arrives every 10 minutes. It has 1,000 passenger capacity. So now you can board the metro train, subway or underground as it's called in various different parts of the world. Do note that it's called the metro as opposed to the metro bus. That's how it's differentiated in Panama. So if someone just says the metro, they do mean the train, the underground, the subway. So that will take you along line 2. You change at San Miguelito onto line 1, and line 1's terminal is Oldbrook Mall, Oldbrook Transport Terminal. And so you can get almost anywhere you'd want to be in the city very, very easily. Prices remain the same. For trips on line 2, it's 50 cents per journey per passenger. On line 1, it's still 35 cents. So that means you can get from Tocumen International Airport all the way to the Oldbrook National Transport Terminal and Mall for 85 cents in total, with one change where you change at San Miguelito from line 2 to line 1. And don't forget that all the changes and getting in and out of a station are super easy, even if you have a suitcase or two, because there's always elevators at every single station. Also, at the side of the turnstiles, there is a place where you can get your bags through separately. So it's pretty easy. The only thing to consider are the metro rules, which state you must not inconvenience other travellers. So you must take into account if you're going to travel at rush hour or not, and how many bags and items you have. I've been on the metro with someone who had a massive surfboard, but we went on at a time when there was hardly anyone on the metro, and it would have been impossible for any official to have argued that we were inconveniencing anyone. Whereas try that at rush hour and you're obviously going to cause some drama. So do be considerate, and also consider the other rules, which are no drinking and no eating on the metro. You'll see it's incredibly clean, and the Panamanians have really taken care of their own metro system. And as foreigners, as ambassadors for our own countries, we need to really show respect for what the Panamanians have done and represent ourselves as very respectful, and keep it as we find it. Both Metro Line 2 and 1 operate Monday to Friday from 5 AM until 11 PM. Then on Saturdays, they operate from 5 AM until 10 PM. On Sundays, it's 7 AM until 10 PM. Do remember to check if there's any public holidays or special events that could affect the timetables. If you're arriving at the airport outside the hours of operation of the metro, what you might want to consider are using services like Uber. Now, Uber can come to you at the upstairs part of Terminal 1, which is the departures part. So when you arrive, you'll need to go upstairs in the escalator or the lift, the elevator, to that level, and you can summon an Uber. Please see our video on the Uber scams in Panama. You can see it on our channel here to avoid any problems. Panama's metro is one of the best underground trains, subways in the world. It stands up there with the best with cleanliness, safety, convenience, and it's modern. Of course, when you're traveling internationally, and especially if it's your first time in the country, you may have some concerns about using public transport. It is very, very safe. Obviously, nowhere is perfectly safe. There are always thefts and things that happen, but it's very, very rare. And especially outside of jam-packed rush hour traffic, you're not really going to find anywhere in the world that's safer than the metro in Panama. Really very low occurrence of things happening. It's not to say nothing can happen if you don't take sensible precautions like anywhere, but it's a very, very safe place to be. You don't want to put your valuables in outside pockets. You don't want to be flashing your phone around. You don't want your phone in an outside pocket. Anything that's valuable, the more valuable it is, the closer to your body it should be on the inside of clothing. So just bear that in mind and you'll be fine. So let's wrap it up with some final thoughts. This is something I really like about Panama. There's always something positive happening. There's always something good to look forward to. There's always some progress being made. And yes, these sort of things could have been done years ago, but the movement is in a positive direction. And it's a great feeling when you've got forward momentum. You know, things are changing for the better. And mostly, not everything, and I'm going to do a video about that if you want to know what they don't tell you in all these other videos that people make who've got an interest in selling property and services in Panama, or have only been around on a quick whistle-stop tour and just settled in a little expat bubble, or just been there a few months. I'm going to do a video saying about the less cool things about Panama that you need to know. But in this video, I'm just celebrating the fact that this is something great. It just makes it a breeze to get from the airport into the city, whereas before it was just a bit too frictional. And so it's just something I really like about Panama. Just for example, there might be going to build a beach on the Cinta Costera. They're improving the highway. There's just so many things to look forward to. So please do subscribe and check out my other videos, because there's a lot more I'd like to share with you about Panama.